I think we're recording. Hi. To those who are new to the channel, welcome. To those who have been here before, welcome back. My name is Brian Young. You're watching Faces Productions right now. Here I have a Ouija board. And I know this isn't the type of video that I usually do, but I figured, it's October, it's spooky season, my birthday is this month, Halloween is my favorite holiday, so I figured, why not get into the mood and run a little bit of an experiment. Now, for the record, I am not a believer in paranormal. I don't believe in spirits or ghosts or whatever. I'm coming into this as a skeptic, but I feel like in the name of science, I do have to be objective and kind of play along with the mystifying oracle known as Ouija. So we're going to see. We're going to test this idea that this object can contact the dead. We're going to ask some questions. And I know for a fact that because of my skepticism, I don't think I'm predisposed to trying to confirm some kind of bias about spirits that I have. I'm not going to be trying to move it because, I want spirits to be real. So, we're going to see. We're going to see if this thing stands the test of time. I actually have ordered another Ouija board so that, if maybe this doesn't work, then we can try that and see what happens. My plan is to, first of all, obviously try this, see what happens. I'm going to close it off correctly the first time. And I'm going to post another video where I do not say goodbye to the Ouija board. So we're going to see if there's a difference. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other Ouija board. I'm going to take that, I'm going to place it down, I'm going to talk to it, try to see what I can find. I'm going to close it off correctly the first time, and then the second time I'm going to post a separate video where I do not close it off correctly, and we're going to record the results to see if anything happens. I am alone right now. I know that you're not supposed to play it alone, but I figured, hey, whatever we can do to piss off the spirits the most, I guess that's what we're going to do to get the biggest reactions. So let's dive into it. I'm going to take off the top here. And we have our planchette. I think that's what it's called, a planchette. A little glass piece. I'm going to set that to the side. It's going to read these instructions here. So it looks like we have a set of rules. Never use the Ouija board if you think it's just a game. Never use the Ouija board alone. Never use the Ouija board in a cemetery. Never leave the planchette on the Ouija board when you aren't using it. Never forget to say goodbye to the Ouija board. And like I said, we're going to break that last rule 2 times with 2 separate Ouija boards. Obviously, we've already broken the don't be alone rule, but that's all right. We can do that. So it looks like this is it. I'm not sure what these little pieces are for. I'm sure that we can figure that out. I'm struggling to take it out the box. So we have the Ouija board. We have the letters we need to spell out to spell out names. We have the numbers we need to spell out like an age, yes, no, goodbye, which of course you have to end the game off by saying goodbye. So I believe that these go inside the planchette. So I'm just gonna take these apart and place them in. Hopefully I don't break anything. Okay. Boom. Boom. And boom. And I believe, let's see. So this goes down like this. Okay, should snap into place. Okay. Just trying to read this thing to see how I can begin. So I've assembled the planchette, and it says to begin your quest. Gently place the planchette in the center of the Ouija board. Gather closely around the board if you dare. Each player, take 2 fingers lightly on the planchette. Ask your questions after that. Let the bravest among you ask the first question. Always speak slowly and clearly, just as friendly spirits prefer. Be patient. If the planchette doesn't move, ask another question and focus. When you're finished asking questions, move the planchette to goodbye to bid the spirits farewell. So we're going to follow those instructions exactly, and we're going to see what happens. Like I said, I'm not expecting much, but again, as an experiment, we have to stay objective. We have to give it a chance and see what it can do. So I'm going to place it down in the middle. I've read that I don't know if there's a particular direction I'm supposed to do this in. Is it like, I think it's like this, or is it not? I don't know that it matters. Maybe on the back of the box. Okay, yeah. So it looks like the arrow should be pointing to the Ouija. Just, yeah, just making sure. All right. So I've read that you're supposed to, do this. Give it a little spin. All right. So place your fingers gently, and I don't know where exactly, if it matters. All right, so let's get into it. So I'm supposed to focus and think. My fingers are placed lightly on the board. This is a moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Are there any spirits here with us? Okay, nothing. Are there any spirits that would like to talk with us? Am I alone in this house? Okay. Are there any spirits open to answering questions? Still nothing. I have not seen or heard anything in the house. It does not seem like the planchette is moving. Those are two interesting results. I am attempting to contact the spirit world. Is there anybody who would like to speak with me? Well, it looks like nothing is happening. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see any movement. The object doesn't seem to be moving on its own. No spirits seem to be inclined to talk to me. That could just be, again, remaining objective. Maybe the spirits are, I don't know, just not talkative today, or I can't say, but from my own observation, it appears that nothing is happening right now. Let me try again. Let's, I guess, do this. Get the juju flowing. Kind of rile up some spiritual energy. All right. Let's try it again. Are there any spirits that would like to talk with me? Is there anyone out there? If there is a spirit in this room, please move the planchette to yes on the Ouija board. Okay. again, I don't have any. There's no results. Nothing's happening. Yeah. So we're gonna have to. I guess we're just gonna have to end this game because it doesn't seem like there's any spirits that want to talk at the moment. Let's see. Be patient. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else I have to do, or is it? I believe I'm doing this correctly. Placing 2 fingers gently on the planchette. Yep. I mean, it just doesn't seem like there's anything really going on here. I could be incorrect. I could, I'm just from my observation, it seems that there isn't any activity happening at the moment. There is nothing, and if there is, it's very not noticeable. I mean, maybe a shoe or something has flipped over in another room, or as far as I can see, nothing is happening. I'm going to try one more time. Again, getting the juju flowing by spinning this thing in a circle. All right, let's try. Are there any spirits that would like to talk with me? Nothing. Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to end this game. I'm saying goodbye to the spirit world. The Ouija board is closed. If any of you happen to be here, I would like to stop playing, and you are no longer welcome. I'm gonna move this thing to goodbye, and that's it. As you can see, nothing happened. Here's where my subjective bias comes in. I would say it's a piece of plastic. I mean, it's a piece. It's not even plastic. Well, this is plastic, but it's plastic and cardboard. Even assuming that there is life after death, which is a huge assumption, I don't see how this would be able to contact whatever state these people exist in. Keep in mind that this is a product created by Hasbro, famous toy company. I would doubt that Hasbro has a secret to contacting the dead. Now, I could be wrong. I could be incorrect, but in my opinion, I don't think that a toy company is massively producing a conduit to the spirit world and selling them en masse at Walmart or Toys R Us or Target or wherever else you can buy these. Now again, I could be wrong, but just from using it right now, we see that obviously nothing has happened, and I would really, really encourage you guys to take into account what you're seeing online. If you see someone using one of these, take into account, does this person have a preconceived belief in spirits? Is there any reason that they might want to drum up a reaction or, move the planchette to, say, get views or, push their own spiritual agenda and say, hey, look, I had this real life encounter. Is there any reason why a person would want to do such a thing? I would say yes. I would say that, obviously for the attention, because they believe in it, and, if you go through these ancient trials and rituals, well, it's not even ancient. This thing has not been around for that long. But if you go through these trials and rituals and they prove to be false, what does that do for my belief in the paranormal, in my belief in spirits? So I think that those are things you have to take into account. I would suggest that, you look for studies in which people do use Ouija boards under scrutiny, under conditions where, you can measure, is this person moving the Ouija board? there are studies that you can look up regarding, you know, the usage of them. I'll probably link some of them down below in the description. But yeah, I'm gonna try it again. Again, the second time, I'm not going to say goodbye, and I'll, you know, if anything happens, I'll give it a few days and see if, you know, freaky stuff is happening in the house. But as far as I can tell, there's nothing going on here. And for the conditions may not just be right. If I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. But you know, as far as I can see, it really is just a piece of cardboard and a piece of plastic that says Ouija on it. And again, I'm encouraging guys to really think, why and how would this be able to contact dead people? And how can people even exist past death in the first place? I mean, that's another question. That's the first question you should ask. I mean, if someone's dead and they exist in this spiritual form, you know, how would their brain is dead, where all their memories and emotions are stored, right? So how would that pass over to their second life? How do they move things? If you're pure energy, why would you require me to touch this thing? I mean, like, if you can move beds or possess people or open doors, why would you need me to touch this little piece of plastic? I mean, if you have that power, you should be able to do that on your own. Again, that's just my opinion. I could be incorrect. Maybe spirits just aren't keen on talking to me. But like I said, as far as I can see, nothing's going on. So we'll try it again. We'll see if anything's going on. But that's all I got for this video, and I'll post an update soon. All right, peace.